Are you bouncing between being super excited to start your journey, to work out, to get your nutrition on point, and then hitting resistance? I know you know where you want to be and you know the results you want to get, but somehow you keep forgetting about how wonderful that will be and ending up back at square one. So if this sounds like you, then this episode is for you. We're going to be talking about the cycle of change. I know right now you feel stuck, so we are here to get you feeling unstuck and to get you feeling motivated and to keep you on that journey so you don't fall off the wagon again. So my name is Carys Andersson. I am your host and your coach, and I am here to motivate you, to inspire you, to help you with your health, your fitness, and your mindset. So today, as I said, we're going to talk about the cycle of change, and you are going to recognize this so much, and you're going to be like, yeah, that is me. I am on that cycle of change. I just keep falling off the end. So as I said, we're going to get you not falling off this cycle, and we're going to get you seeing it all the way through so you get incredible results and you feel $1 million, because that's how every woman deserves to feel. So let's go through these stages in this cycle then. Stage 1 is discontent. Basically, you're feeling a bit poo. You know you're at a place in your life where you're not happy. You're feeling a lot of pain where you are, and you know that a change needs to happen. Okay, we've all been there. And you can actually relate this to any area of your life. But when you're feeling that discontent with your health and fitness, and you know you have to change. So stage 2 is the breaking point. So this could be a catalyst, a big moment that makes you want to change. It could be the straw that broke the camel's back, like you've just had enough. You don't want to do this anymore. It could also be that the timing just becomes right, like kids go back to school, or you are going through a change somewhere else in your life, or time opens up and it's the time for you to change. So that's your breaking point. So we're feeling a bit poo, we're in our discontent stage, and then we come into the stage where it's a breaking point and I'm ready to change. So this is the time where you go into stage 3. So stage 3 is the decision. Now you'll recognize this as well. You're like, right, enough is enough. I am going to get my butt into gear. I'm going to sign up for the gym. I'm going to sign up to Carys' program. I'm going to clear out the cupboards. I'm going to throw all this food away. We're going to do this, 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 and this. And you tell the world, you tell your friends, right, I'm going on this diet. You tell your husband, like, we're kicking our butt into action. And you really make that decision. You declare it. And this is the exciting point. This is where you feel really excited and you're buzzing and you're ready to go. But more often than not, this is short-lived, okay? And I see this happen time and time again. I know that buzz and excitement is amazing and it's short-lived, okay? So then we move into stage 4. So stage 4 is a sneaky one. Stage 4 is usually the fear. So at this point, you've declared you're going to change, you're really excited to go, but then these little fears start creeping in. They start creeping in with little self-doubts in your mind, like, can I actually do this? What happens if I fail? Who will I become if I succeed? Do I like that person? Do my friends like that person? It's going to be a lot of hard work. I don't think I can do it. I feel a bit scared that I won't be able to follow through and I'll look weak. So all of these fears start cropping up. It can be around your identity, of not knowing who you're going to become when you're someone who identifies with being healthy and fit and active, as opposed to maybe now you and your husband identify with like more kind of cozy couch potato behavior. Will your husband still love you when you're different? All of these things you don't realize, but they come into play. And I think often the one is self-doubt. Can I do this? Who am I to do this? Are people going to judge me? Just that fear of change. And the fear of change is the biggest thing to hold people back. So what happens when those fears start to creep in? We get amnesia. We totally forget about all the wonderful things that are possible for us if we put ourselves on this journey to change. Because it's much more comfortable for you to stay where you are and not change. Your brain wants to keep you safe, comfy, warm, cozy, and doesn't want you to change and put yourself out there. So it's much easier to get your takeaway, to sit on the couch, to watch a couple of episodes of your favorite thing on Netflix and not go and work out. So much easier. And you just totally forget the amazing possibilities that you were originally excited about. And the fear of change becomes much greater than the pain of where you are right now. So that pain actually starts to look a little bit more appealing, because it's like, oh, actually, I really like having a huge pizza and a bottle of wine on a Friday night. I don't really want to be, watching how much food I'm eating, etc. So I think this is more comfy, so I think I'm actually going to stay here. The other part of that is that identity. Like I already said, if your identity is to be a dieter, if you and your friends are always trying out diets, trying to lose weight, have you had any luck this month? No. Are you at Slimming World? Did you put on a pound, lose a pound? Buying the latest diet magazines, trying things out, and that's who you are with your friendship group. And if you and your husband are like, oh, should we get a cheeky takeout? And you identify with that with your husband, then your identity is going to change as you change. You're going to become a different person because you have to fully transform. So the fear of what will people think of that person and what will that do to my relationships is often one that kicks in and puts you back at square one again. So then stage 6, of course, is the backtrack. As I said, much more comfy back there. So we're going to stick where we know, where we're doing what we know. That's the cycle of change when it ends up badly. To be honest, if you're watching this video, you very well might recognize that. So how do we break this cycle, start kicking some butt, and reach our goals? There's 2 ways. The first way is one that we actually really want to avoid. Remember I talked about the breaking point, that there's going to be like a catalyst or a big moment that's going to make you jump into this cycle of change. If that moment is so painful and so powerful, it can often be powerful enough to push you through. It can be like a health scare, or a member of the family had a health scare, or a very uncomfortable situation that you never want to put yourself in again. We don't actually want you to have that painful moment, but you can use that pain in a positive way to push you through this cycle. And I'll often see that when that's strong enough, that leads the woman to incredible results. But we actually would prefer to do the second way. And the second way is self-reflection, honesty with yourself, and not diving into things with the blinkers on, but being like a detective for your own life and your own mindset, and making sure that this is never going to happen again. I think so often we put the emphasis on that particular diet is going to be the one that works for me, that we forget to understand, like, why am I failing at dieting? Why can I not stick to things? Why do I keep getting stuck in this cycle of change and going round and round and over again? So this is what I want you to do today if you are feeling stuck. You are going to have to be honest with yourself. Are you actually feeling like you quite enjoy where you are at right now and you feel comfy in your discomfort? Often we really wallow in pain and misery as humans, it's human nature, and we feel really like comfy in the fact that we can moan about things and, oh, I'm just like this, and we adopt that kind of personality and persona. Ask yourself, do you really want to change? Think about that right now. Have you ever asked yourself that? Do you really want to become the person you're trying to become? The person who is active and healthy and looks in the mirror and feels flipping amazing. Do you want to become that person? Second question, do you want to do the work that it takes to get there? Because that doesn't happen overnight. So you have to be prepared to get out of your comfort zone in that pain and that kind of place where you know you shouldn't be, but it feels so comfy and so good. And know that you're going to have to go through some discomfort to get there. And ask yourself, am I willing to do this? If the answer is no, then this is not right for you right now. If the answer is yes, then you need to remind yourself that every step of the way that it gets hard. The other thing is often we don't dream big enough. So our dream is not exciting enough. It's not empowering enough. It's just, could lose a few pounds and be a bit more healthy. If you really dive into and imagine the type of opportunities you'll have when you can run around with your kids, when you can enter obstacle course races, and when you can go hiking in the mountains, and when you can go kayaking in the lakes, and you can do all these amazing things, and you don't have to feel, tied down by your cravings to food and guilt around food, whatever it is that you want to change. If you imagine the type of person you want to be and get excited about that and make it big and bold and exciting, then you will really get that fuel and that fire for your journey. So make sure that your goals are exciting enough and they're powerful enough and they're really inspiring you. So I've touched on this a little bit, but just think, are there any benefits to you not changing? Like remaining in your social circle of women who diet, or remaining in the group of people who are always getting a Chinese on a Friday night, an Indian on a Saturday night, and that's how you guys are. Is there a benefit to you being cozy with your partner and not making him feel threatened if you start changing things up and working out? All of those benefits will outweigh the difficulty of change and the challenge of change, and you will get back into that cycle again. So brainstorm. Are you hiding behind any of these things? Are you hiding behind any of your fears to change? Are you hiding behind any of the comfort of not changing? Are your goals not big enough and not exciting enough? Have a brainstorm. Really feel deep within you what's going to push and drive you forwards, and ask yourself, do I want to change? Do I want to do what it takes to change? And if you do, you won't fall off that wagon. You'll make the decision to change, and you will keep going, and you'll keep making decision after decision after decision that's going to lead you to results, motivation, results, motivation, results, motivation, and you will get to that exciting, incredible goal that you've always wanted to get. And along the way, you're going to hit so many amazing milestones. You're going to feel so flipping good about yourself. You're going to celebrate so many wins that you will see yourself start to change, and you will love it and you'll become addicted to it. So it's all possible, I promise you. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode. If you need a little bit of motivation to change, I have a motivation booster kit linked in the description, or you can just reach out to me. I am a normal person. I always message back and comment back. So reach out to me on Instagram at Carys Andersson, leave a comment here, whatever you want to do if you need help with this. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you share this with a friend who needs it, and I will see you in the next episode.